Boy Wonder, I swear it's like this every single time. Toronto, I got you. I got us. Yeah, on double MG, I fuck a rapper's wife. Have her splitting thighs like she working. I was never nothing nice. She ain't even my type, but I made the sacrifice. Yeah, niggas know the real secrets left in hidden hills. Middleman lined it and I cut him out the deal. Bought the whole street up and I got it for a steal. Ayy, turn cutthroat for real. And God forbid I die, man, you boys ain't on the wheel. I was on a ride while you boys are sitting still. I been on a high while you boys are on the pills. Cold world, baby girl, but I ain't from the Ville. Cold world, baby girl, but I ain't from the Ville. Yeah. Niggas try to copy sound, but they never had to feel. And that's the reason going independent, it just never had appeal. She and me are just like Kobe and Shaquille, but we never even chill. I bought her an apartment, so I knew her like a tenant. All the verses tailor-made for you to get offended. It was never unintended. Backyard Tiger Woods worthy for the eagle. String her ass along, I'll thread her through the needle. Number 2 and 3 is like Madonna and the Beatles. I ain't worried about you people.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tyler, bringing fundamental analysis on a fundamental basis. Today's article is brought to you by Reuters. Wall Street stocks are down after Fed minutes, and the banking shares extend their losses. Fed policymakers are divided in July over the need for more rate hikes. Target gains on quarterly profit beat. Banks extend losses. S&P 500 was down 0.36% and the Nasdaq was down 0.44% and the Dow Jones was down 0.18%. Wall Street was lower on Wednesday after the release of the Federal Reserve's minutes showing central bank officials were divided over the need for more interest rate hikes at their last meeting. At 3 p.m. Eastern Time, the S&P 500 was down 15.86 basis points or 0.36% to 4,422, and the Nasdaq Composite dropped 59.84 points or 0.44% to 13,571.21 points, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 61.97 points or 0.18 to 34,884. We've seen an incredible rally year to date that's really bucked all expectations for a bearish reaction to a recession so far this year. A little bit of steam is starting to get out from that rally, said Mike Reynolds, Vice President of Investment Strategy and GlenMed. Investors are starting to take a more sober look at the economic picture here. The minutes, however, showed most policymakers continue to prioritize the battle against inflation. Basically, that one statement that says the minutes showed most policymakers continue to prioritize the battle against inflation. Basically, they're telling us that they're going to keep interest rates higher for longer. I agree with the governor that we are not convinced that inflation is totally in the rearview mirror, said Peter Toos, president of Chase Investment Council in Charlottesville, Virginia. I think the markets will be in on pins and needless regarding what the Fed will do all through September into October. Bank shares extended their losses with the S&P 500 Bank Index down 0.9%. Bank of America fell 1.9%, leading losses among bigger banks. Target shares gained 3.3% after big box retailers' second quarter profit beat estimates overshadowing its annual forecast cut. Equities have suffered through a rough patch in August, with the S&P 500 languishing near one-month lows as data underscoring sticky inflation and a robust economy fans fears of interest rates staying elevated for longer. While investors largely expect the Fed's monetary tightening to be nearing its end, worries linger the central bank could hold rates at the current level for longer. Nvidia was down 0.12% after gains in the last two sessions, as two more brokerages raised their price targets on the stock ahead of the chip designer's quality results next week. Declining stocks outnumbered rising ones within the S&P 500 by a 1.9 to 1 ratio. There you have it, guys. Banks stocks are falling. S&P 500, Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones is also falling. Last time I checked, Nasdaq was trading at 14,670, somewhere there. But yeah, the dollar is strong, somewhere at 103